Hey everyone, welcome back to Roll Radio. I'm your host Sinkas, and I'm joined here today by Robert Hoogendoorn. Robert is the owner of Playtoearn online magazine, head of content at Dappradar, and the creator of Play. Robert, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Sinkas. Great, and thank you for having me. It's awesome. No, I love what you guys are doing at Roll, and great, and thankful to be a part of your community.
It's a pleasure to have you as well, both on Roll and on today's episode. So to kick things off, I think it would be great to hear a little bit about your background and upbringing. So when you're ready, just take it away.
I've been in crypto since 2015. I was working for a variety of media companies before. I worked for press agencies, video production companies, made TV shows all about video games. I moved to Turkey in 2015 because of marriage. And that's when I realized, hey, the euros I'm earning, I need to pay 5% every time I want to convert them. So there must be an easier way. So that's when I discovered Bitcoin. And when you go down that rabbit hole, you will discover smart contracts, you will discover gaming again. So that was my first contact with blockchain gaming. Gods Unchained, Spells of Genesis, those early bird projects. And from those initial connections with blockchain gaming, eventually came Playtoearn. Being in media production for over a decade, I was a bit annoyed by the lack of content creation surrounding blockchain gaming. I thought that the amount of content was very inconsistent. There were media outlets that were sometimes pushing 10 posts per week, and then suddenly went silent for 2 weeks. And as I was freelancing, I was like, you know what? I can do this myself. So that's how Playtoearn started. And from that blog, I organized a series of virtual events. Hopefully, I will be able to organize the third one this year, the fourth one in total by the end of this year. It's the Playtoearn Game Festival. And from when Willshark launched the Will token with you guys, that was basically my first introduction in social tokens. Then I discovered some other projects in your portfolio. I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. It's a fun way to engage with the community, reward people that enjoy your content, etc. So that's actually where Play started.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So you do come from a media background, and you started the Playtoearn magazine because you felt there was a lack of content in that area, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Awesome. And I'd love to take a little step back. You did kind of mention it of how you started getting involved with crypto in the first place, due to getting euros and paying the fee to convert them. But I'd like to know what aspect of crypto first excited you the most. I mean, I can make a pretty good guess based on the magazine you were running, but there are so many aspects to crypto like NFTs, DAOs, and whatnot that I'd love to hear your thoughts on these.
I actually looked back at my wallets recently, or my wallets recently, just to see what was the first NFT I collected, because I honestly didn't have a real clue. Like, the first time I heard about NFTs was with the launch of CryptoKitties, and the whole Ethereum blockchain being clogged up by the end of 2017. And I was like, okay, then I thought that CryptoKitties would be my first NFT, but actually it wasn't. It was a Gods Unchained card. So apparently I bought a few packs. After that, Chain Monsters. Yeah, as you say, like I'm very gaming oriented. However, like the thing I like about blockchain NFTs is not necessarily gaming. I mean, I love gaming as a form of entertainment, but what I like is ownership. I also collect crypto art or NFT art, whatever you want to call it. I'm fascinated by the idea of memberships, not only for DAOs or like Bored Ape Yacht Club, but also the concept that you get entrance to festivals or to real life festivals based on NFTs. And I think the possibilities are endless. And if you see companies like Budweiser and Visa dipping their toes into NFTs, then you kind of know that we're on the right track. Like, that, okay, this technology, and I'm not saying that it will be Bored Apes or it will be CryptoPunks or any of our current projects, but the technology itself is here to stay and will only become more dominant. Mm-hmm. So what I like about the crypto space is ownership, digital ownership.
Mm-hmm. And is it that something that also translates to your interest in Play-to-Earn games? Is that part, that ownership aspect that the Play-to-Earn game bring to the table, that excites you? Yeah, definitely. Like many of my generation, I've been a World of Warcraft player. And besides World of Warcraft, I played many other MMOs. The one thing that kind of stuck to me after all those years is that all that remains is some old screenshots on your computer, perhaps, maybe a YouTube video left or right, and memories, but nothing you own, nothing that's really yours. And that's actually where I thought that NFTs would be super useful. That even though not like a game might cease to exist, like the fact that you have those NFTs makes you an interesting marketing target for a new project. So it's a bit similar to the way airdrops work right now. Like everybody who owns a Bored Ape got Serum NFTs to create a mutant Bored Ape. Now, in a similar way, I can imagine that in the future, when let's say Gods Unchained isn't there anymore, everybody who owns Gods Unchained cards will be eligible to claim new cards for a new card game. Mm-hmm. So I think it's also it's not only a piece of memory, and it's not only about ownership from a personal level, but also from a marketing and business level. It also makes a lot of sense. Like we always in business, you always talk about finding the right audience, narrow targeting, geo targeting, blah 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 blah. Look at how Facebook is targeting people based on what they talk about in their profiles. With NFTs, you can do the same thing. It's just you don't know who owns that NFT, but you know that the wallet address that is attached to that NFT has interest in a particular type of games. And I think it's a very interesting way to use NFTs in the future. And I think it will definitely go that way. But right now, there are not enough projects to even create such a profile. But yeah, I think that's super interesting. Yep, it definitely is. And Robert, you have a pretty big experience when it comes to play-to-earn games. You've been either writing about them, or I guess you've been playing some as well. In your opinion, what are the best games that employ the play-to-earn concept right now out there? And what do you think they're doing right when it comes to that aspect of using crypto? Yeah, it's a bit like the best one is a very obvious one. Like the best one is Axie Infinity, simply because A, it already reaches a very, very broad audience, and B, it creates a balanced economy where tokens are being added, but tokens are also being used again within the game's economy. If you look at other hit games at the moment, now let's say Alien Worlds, even though it's a bit of IO type of game, or Crypto Blades, or
some of those other games that generate lots of wallet activities. They have the issue that they generate lots of tokens, but people also need to spend it. And I know that those teams are developing. I know those teams are working hard, but that's actually the most difficult part. So like you can always make people earn something, but which actually becomes a very nice bridge to my Play token. But you can always make people earn something, but it's difficult to allow them to spend those earnings. And when you have a perfect Play to earn game, then like people, the community earns, let's say, 10,000 tokens per day, and there's enough spending opportunity on the market and necessity on the market to also spend those tokens again. And then you create something that's balanced, etc. And the moment more people, thousands of more users come in, then demand for the token will go up, and the value, and it will slowly rebalance itself again. That's actually what you see with Axie Infinity as well. Like the SLP token, it goes up when there's lots and lots of demand, lots of new people coming in, and then like demand doesn't slow, but growth slows down a bit, and then like the token of the price of the token falls as well. And that's not a bad thing. It's healthy. I mean, it's a utility token. It's not an investment tool. Mm-hmm. So like at the moment, Axie Infinity is the best example. I'm super excited about projects like the Sandbox. Curious about Ember Swords. I think what Animalka is doing with the Rev Motorsport ecosystem is super interesting. There are many other projects that are launching governance tokens and play to earn mechanics. Think about Gods Unchained. Think about Chain Monsters. That's kind of launching soonish on the Flow blockchain. And there are many other like projects that are embracing it, and I'm keeping an eye on most of them. I want to say all, but that's super difficult. But it's a challenging thing, and ultimately, like a game can probably exist for a very long time if it has a proper running economy. But it's also a very delicate road, a very delicate path they walk on, because it's difficult to balance something like that. Mm-hmm. And it hasn't been done before. I mean, like what Axie Infinity is doing is they're literally pioneering, and any other project can say, yeah, we copy Axie Infinity, but that's not the way it works. So it's a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Definitely is, and there's a fine balance between balancing the game and how it's supposed to be played and the graphics and everything, and tying that to a play to earn concept and developing that, which I feel is a whole other department of a game. But yeah. And yes, I mean, crypto is a space that does move at the speed of light. There are tons of projects out there, and there are tons in the little part of the world that's kind of like play to earn games, and you're doing an excellent job writing about them in your magazine. So I'd love to go back to that for a little bit and really share what the vision behind the Play to Earn magazine is, and what the goal, if there is one, is. Is it to educate more people in Play to Earn? Is to introduce more people to those types of games? Do you think that through that maybe there is a possibility that other game development companies start being aware of the concept of Play to Earn and implementing that in their own games? So yeah, we'd love to know more about it.
Yeah, like I said, I started Play to Earn out of a sort of like disappointment about the lack of coverage. I've always seen Play to Earn online magazine as a education platform. So people, it's a bit newsy, but people go there to learn, to discover, to find out. I've expanded that with a virtual festival inside Crypto Voxels. Anybody can visit the festival a couple of times per year using mobile phone, desktop, whatsoever. No limitations. And ultimately, when going to the festival, you can also learn about new games. There are like videos on display, rewards to be won, etc. So it's really all about educating people and showing people the way or the play. And it's really educational. The next step I want to go towards is right now the website has more than 250,000 visitors per month. So it's doing really well, considering it's been around for about a year right now. And like the next step I would love to take is to allow people to connect Web3 wallets, either Ethereum or Polygon, BSC, Wax, and like all of those web wallets into a personal account on the website, and then making them eligible for airdrops. And then those airdrops would be like in partnership with a commercial deal. So like if there's let's say there's a banner, because I've started doing that a little bit. So let's say there's a banner on the website, then that banner also provides, or the company behind the banner also provides an airdrop to members. And that's a bit of the direction I want to go to. I'm not there yet, and not at all. But again, like I see Playtoearn magazine really as a education tool. I would love it. I would love for it to become a real community where there are like lessons every day, and like clubhouse conversations, etc., etc. I'm simply not there yet. Like we have a Discord. It's getting pretty active, but we don't do live events yet inside the Discord. So those type of things, they are on the roadmap somewhere.
Yep, so we get it. Awesome. And you did mention the Playtoearn festival that you did, and you have one in the works right now, if I'm not mistaken. So do you want to tell us a bit about that and what that means, what people can do during the festival?
Yeah, the Playtoearn festival started as a real experiment. Like in November last year, I was like, yeah, I mean, Corona or COVID, it sucks. E3, Gamescom, Tokyo Game Show, all cancelled. Why not make one myself? So I bought a small plot of land in Crypto Voxels and just made a very small festival. Just put some arcade machines, all built with Magic of Voxel. Put some videos on there for people to discover. Contacted developers to give away some prizes. And everybody had a great time. I was like, okay. The first festival had like 6,500 visitors. I was like, okay, interesting. This is let's do this more often. So in March, I did a second one, and in early July, the third one. This last one in July was much bigger than before. Not only was the location much bigger, there was more organization involved. The festival itself was a bit like a game. Sure, there were, just like before, you could visit the arcade and just check out games, check out videos, join giveaways. But the gaming element was that there were puzzles every day. And when enough people solved the puzzle, the next stage of the festival would open up. And the next stage would mean, in this case, that the space station where the festival took place would slowly blow up unless you fix things. So ultimately, there were two outcomes. The entire festival would go up in flames, or people would be saved and take a spaceship and fly off into space. That's what happened. They solved the puzzles, so they flew off into space. I was kind of hoping that it would be too difficult, and I was allowed to trigger the demolition. But yeah, this is what happened, and no, it was a really fun way to package interactivity, gaming into a festival. I mean, if you think about it, like if you go to a games convention, it's just a big hall with people, hard music, and playing some games. But if you do it in the virtual world, you can add some more things to it. So basically, I combined an escape room with a virtual festival. I thought it was kind of cool to do, but it took lots and lots of effort. It was a lot more difficult than I expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely sounds cool. And I think I dropped by during the festival in July, only for a little bit. Saw the building and everything. CryptoVox it was amazing. The whole thing.
Thanks. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'd love to jump off a little bit and talk about Play, your social token that you issued with us. Um, if I'm not mistaken, you've been using it alongside the Playtoearn magazine, doing some airdrops and whatnot. But before we talk about that, I'd love to learn about what led you to create it in the first place. You were involved, as you mentioned earlier, with the whale token. You were part of that community, if I remember correctly. So is that how you went on to create Play, or did you see something else, well, at Play?
Yeah. I didn't start Play to replicate Whale Shark. I mean, I'm not a whale at all. Like I don't own the millions of dollars of NFTs to. So there was no option for me. However, what I liked about it is that you're able to create community, reward people for activity, and create value around what you're doing. Like Whale Shark, he was collecting NFTs, and now he's delegating that to the community. But he was collecting NFTs and built his brand around that with the whale token. And I was like, okay, what am I doing? I'm making content. What do I need? I need people enjoying my content. So, and then I saw what I forgot his name. This is very bad. The rapper.
Connie Digital.
Yes, Connie. Yes. So I saw what Connie was doing with his CryptoVoxels land and with his newsletter. I was like, it's actually, it's very niche, but it's actually a very, very nice and delicate way to use a community token. So I was like, okay, yeah. Seeing what Will is doing, seeing what Connie is doing, awesome. Let's try something similar. So I just was like, okay, what are they using? Try roll. Okay, let's give it a try. I also wasn't ready to launch my own smart contract. I think that the systems role has in place for distribution are very user friendly, very easy to use. So that only convinced me to work with you guys on launching my own token. And yeah, I've now used that token for almost a year, I think, pretty close to a year, and I still consider this distribution phase. I'm still contemplating on how to create value, how to give people something to use those tokens. Like they can buy banners, they can buy shout outs in my newsletter, that kind of stuff. However, like where I would love to go is that Play becomes a reward token that you can use across the blockchain gaming ecosystem. So because Playtoearn online magazine is slowly becoming such a big name in this small niche industry, it also means that there are lots of companies out there that reach out to me like, hey, can you give us a shout out? Can you write about us? Can you check out this? Can you check out that? Yeah, I mean, I could use that. I could use the magazine more to to reward the community. So let's say, and that's where I want to go. It's one of the things I want to do in the future is that a company wants to have their stuff promoted on the website, and that's fine. But then offer a couple of your NFTs or whatever for sale against Playtoken. Mm-hmm. So those. So I'm currently busy on building bridges to Polygon and to Binance Smart Chain. The one to Polygon I have already established. The one to Binance Smart Chain I still need to arrange. When that's set in stone, it will become easier to do that because most of the gaming projects are on Polygon and Binance Smart Chain nowadays. So yeah, that's a little bit where I'm going.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds exciting. And right now, what are some of the ways that people can earn play by being in your community? Is it just by engaging with your content, by reading it?
I said before, like Playtoearn online magazine is all about education. Like I started by putting putting a claim token under each article. I quickly realized like people, of course, don't read; they just click. So I was like, yeah, this is not what I want. So then I started playing around, like, okay, how can I solve this? How can I make this better? I started doing a quiz under each article. There will be a quiz about that article, 3-4 questions. Answer them correct means you've read the article, so you can claim your prize. It worked, but I mean, what's the challenge really? I mean, you don't really learn. You just click. You just look up in the article, and find the answer, and you click the right thing. So also like not really what I was looking for. So what I'm doing right now is every week, every Friday, together with the newsletter, I publish a quiz, and you need to answer all questions right. So and the idea is that the topics that are being addressed in that quiz, they are about news topics that happened in the past week. Mm-hmm. So that means that if you are a dedicated reader, and you know your stuff, you're able to answer those questions. So that's right now the distribution method I'm using. Mm-hmm. So the rewards people can get are pretty hefty. Like I think at the moment they can the value dropped a little bit, but it's like $8 of play tokens if they answer everything correct. And yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. And I think right now, like it's the good thing is like the quizzes. I don't need to put quizzes in every article anymore, so that's kind of nice. And I like the idea of having like a big quiz. Like end of the week, you sit down. It's weekends. You don't have to work anymore. Let's do the Play-to-Earn quiz. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like that idea.
Yep, that sounds great and a really interesting use case as well. At this point, I'd love to do a quick airdrop of some Play tokens to the people listening to the podcast. So for everyone watching on YouTube, there will be a QR code that will appear on the screen right about here. And all you have to do is just scan it with your phone. You'll be taken to the Roll website where you can claim some Play tokens that Robert will give us with your Roll account. And at this point, I'd also like to remind everyone to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can be the first to watch all the future episodes and be the first to have a chance of claiming some of the social tokens that we give away during the episodes. So awesome. And getting back to our chat, Robert, do you believe social money and social tokens can empower creators in whatever form they are creating, either that's content or art or NFTs? And if so, how do you think they can, what are some ways that they can leverage their social tokens to get that empowerment?
I think in general, like look at what every brand and everybody, like every influencer is doing. Like, why is an influencer influential because they have community. They have people who like what they are doing. Why is a brand popular? Because they have community. So I think the word community in its essence is super important here. And a social token is a very powerful way to reward people. I think it's and especially the moment you have something it can be redeemed for, that's wanted, that people like to have, then you have a very strong proposition. Like if you look at Hackatow, that they have the Morg token, and you can once in a while you can redeem it for little characters. I mean, like those guys, they make amazing art, and they just give a cute little artistic character to their community. I think that's brilliant. It's a very smart way to reward those that support you for the longest time. And if you look at what community or social tokens can do, is it can definitely bring people together. Discord has very strong tools to utilize that, ranging from roles to token holder exclusive channel access, that kind of stuff. And it is a very powerful way for content creators to connect to a certain group, not only by giving, but also through, for example, Discord, creating private groups for people that hold 1,000 of your tokens or whatever. So yeah, it's I think social tokens definitely have a strong use case for influencers, content creators, artists, and everybody in between, I think. But it does require effort. Like, it's not like those things come flying at you and it just works. Like it does require effort. And some people in the role community have an excellent track record. Others are struggling, and it's all about finding what works best for your product, for what you are making as a content creator, and what your community wants from you.
Definitely. And for those creators that are struggling, as you put it, you have your token, you have had it for about a year now, so you are using it, you put out the quiz every week, and you're giving out some of your tokens, you have some reward set up, you do have a use case and an idea of where you want to go from there. But to those creators that are new or that have had their token for a while and are struggling, as you put it, to put it to good use, do you have any advice for them that would help them use their token a little bit better?
Yeah, like I consider myself one of the struggling ones, but no, like, it's also about like I said, what you do. Like, in essence, and I'm a writer. Like I write. Like, it's difficult to and it's difficult to create something when you're writing. I mean, sure, you can write, but I mean, like just Google and you can read 1,000 things. So there's no real reason to read the stuff I put behind a paywall. So that was the first thing the first thought I had. Like, I will never put up a paywall. So for me, like, using the token to get exclusive access to certain content is not an option. However, like, if you're a content creator that creates something visual, give a tidbit of your creations away for free or in exchange for your social token. If you make music, make small jingles for birthdays or whatever. It can be funny. Like, it doesn't need to be super serious. But find something that connects with what you create, and give that to your community.
Totally agree. Awesome. And going into the future, what can we expect from you the Playtoearn magazine, and of course your token Play.
Yeah, I kind of dropped it a couple of times before. Like, I want to use the token to tie in with the commercial success of the website. Like, I want the token to users. For example, I would like users to buy a membership NFT or whatever, and everybody who has that NFT or has 10,000 Play or whatever is eligible for certain airdrops, and those airdrops all come from sponsored deals. Because ultimately that's where I want to go, and I definitely will need some technical help doing that. But that's where I want to be within the next 6 months. And I think that's my short-term goal. My long-term goal for Play is that Play becomes like that. Like, I give Play away to people who learn, people who are into Play-to-earn gaming, into NFTs, and I position Play as the token for a community that's educated. Like, everybody who holds Play knows their stuff. That's the proposition. So what I would love to see is if that idea becomes more widely accepted, and that the moment that people think about Play-to-earn as a business model for gaming, they automatically think, oh wait, I need to get Play, because having Play makes me smarter or something. but I'm laughing and I'm joking, but I'm also kind of serious, as in, like, I would love the idea of Play being a synonym for being educated in Play-to-earn gaming. That would be the ultimate goal, and it's very theoretical, very it's more like an idea than an actual financial goal or anything. But that's what I would like.
Yeah, that would be very nice to see happening, and I'm really looking forward to actually seeing happening. And if somebody wanted to learn a little bit more about you, the Play-to-earn magazine, and the Play token, where should they go? What are some links?
If you want to learn about Play-to-earn gaming, just go to playtoearn.online. We have a twitter.com/playtoearn, and we have a Discord. You can find the Discord link on the website or on our Twitter page. I'm not big on Telegram, so we're not really active there. But Discord, Twitter, and of course the website are the biggest portals. Every Friday we have a newsletter. You can also subscribe to that. Just go to their website, and at the bottom you will find the subscription box.
Awesome. Yep, and all these links will be in the description down below in the YouTube video, so folks can easily access them. Awesome. And to close things out, on a fun note, on a more lighter note, I do have a random question that there's no real answer to. There's no wrong or right answer. It's just you and having a little bit of fun. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, sure. Bring it.
Awesome. So, growing up, what was your favorite video game and why?
Ooh. I guess I played World of Warcraft the longest, but my favorite video game was Quake 3 Arena. I played that like through dedication. Like, I played that for such a long time. But Quake 3 Arena, and as a child growing up, Commander Keen. That was like the Super Mario for PC gaming, and yeah, I still kind of miss that character. Like, it's a pity that it's been forgotten, but okay, it is what it is.
Awesome. Yep, great answer. Awesome. Well, Robert, thank you so much for dropping by Roll Radio. It was nice chatting with you and learning a little more about Playtoearn concept and your ideas on that. So thanks very much for doing that.
Thank you, Sinkos, for having me. And everybody to Try Roll community, take care, join the Play community while you're at it, and hope to see you around.
And don't forget to like and subscribe the video so you can catch the episodes, be the first one to do so.